Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Dave here. Today we are diving deep into the yearly forecast for 2026, especially for my Virgo moon and Virgo rising. 2026 is shaping up to be a massive year of transitions. So without further ado, let's get straight into the reading. To kick things off, we are going to look at the overall energy for the year based on the snapshot of January 1st. After we set the stage with the initial placements, we will do a deep dive into the major planetary shifts happening throughout the rest of the year. For my Virgo natives, the year begins with a very busy 4th house. We have a heavy conjunction of Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and Mars all sitting in Sagittarius on January 1st. Because this is happening in your 4th house, the primary focus for your entire year is going to be your home life. Here, Mercury, your 1st and 10th lord, is conjunct Venus, your 2nd and 9th lord. When you see the 10th lord moving into the 4th house of the home, it strongly suggests a work from home scenario. I'm seeing a lot of creative energy here, writing, drawing, designing, or editing. If you have been looking for this kind of remote offers, you're going to see plenty of them. If you're currently in a corporate office, an opportunity transition to a home office might land in your lap. For those of you wanting to start your own venture from a home-based headquarters, this is the year to do it. Now, let's look at the heavier side of this conjunction. We have Mars, your 3rd and 8th lord, sitting with the Sun, your 12th lord, in the same 4th house. So Virgos, you are definitely changing homes this year, or at least doing some serious renovation. Because of that Venus and Mercury influence, expect to spend time on interior decoration or perhaps finally detailing and upgrading your car. If you look at this entire cluster in the 4th house, all these planets are aspecting a retrograde Jupiter in your 10th house. Jupiter happens to be your 4th and 7th lord. Also, your 10th lord is in the 4th and your 4th lord is in the 10th. This is a classic Parivartana Yoga. It confirms exactly what I said. You might move home, especially for your career, perhaps buying a place closer to the office, or you might bring the business into the home. One way or the other, your professional life and your domestic life are becoming one and the same this year. So what about the money? Well, the year starts on a high note. Your 11th lord moon is exalted in the 9th house on January 1st. Furthermore, your 2nd lord Venus is gaining directional strength in the 4th house, receiving aspects from both Jupiter and Saturn. This points towards great wealth in 2026. However, because Venus is associated with several malefics here, the wealth won't just fall into your lap. You will have to clear some hurdles and put in the effort, but the payoff is there. Then, in the realm of relationships, things are a bit more complex. Your 5th and 6th lord Saturn is in the 7th house, while your 7th lord Jupiter is retrograde in the 10th. Both are being aspected by Mars from the 4th house. If you are in a relationship, your partner might be under a lot of pressure. They may face increased responsibilities or even some office politics and negative talk at their workplace. So because of this, they might become a bit closed off or distant at home. Don't take it personally. Give them the space they need. They will eventually navigate through it and your personal life will come back into balance. But be careful about taking on debts for your partner during this time. You need to stay mindful of your limits. Finally, let's talk about the nodes. Rahu and Ketu are sitting in your 6th and 12th house axis. Honestly, this is an ideal position for them. Rahu in the 6th is going to help you smash obstacles, resolve old debts, and destroy your enemies or competition. Ketu in the 12th will push you towards spirituality and charity, helping you identify hidden enemies before they can do harm. You really don't need to worry about Rahu and Ketu this year. Just make sure to pay off your loans on time. Now let's move forward to March 13th. This is a day of massive movement. First, Jupiter turns direct in your 10th house of Gemini. On the exact same day, we have a heavy-duty stellium in your 6th house. Rahu, Mars, Mercury and the Sun are all coming together. What does this mean for you? From March 13th until June 1st, for the next 81 days, your entire focus is going to shift. You will be locked in on fixing your daily routine, improving your health, paying off debts, or perhaps taking one on, and confronting any obstacles or enemies standing in your way. But remember, Virgos, this is a sensitive period. It's going to require your wit, your skills, and a lot of hard work. We have your 1st and 10th Lord Mercury, your 3rd and 8th Lord Mars, and your 12th Lord Sun all conjunct with Rahu. This is the ultimate boot camp energy. If you wanted to go through a physical transformation, this is your window because of that Mars Mercury conjunction. It's a fantastic time to learn self-defense or martial arts. If weight loss has been a goal, especially losing belly fat, the universe is giving you a massive thumbs up right now. If you have ongoing court cases or people working against you, honestly, the enemies are done. All 4 of these planets perform exceptionally well in the 6th house. You couldn't ask for a better lineup for victory. If you have been waiting on a legal verdict, expect things to end in your favor. However, we have to talk about Mercury. Mercury is the 10th Lord and it's retrograde here. So please expect some communication hiccups at the office. Don't argue with the boss, even if you're right. Just be patient. Watch for misunderstandings. You might be blamed for things that aren't your fault, or colleagues might misinterpret your intentions. Secure your files. There's a high chance of important documents going missing. Don't let yourself be the scapegoat. Keep your files organized and backed up in a safe place. Jupiter's aspect from the 10th house will help soften the blow, but you still need to be mindful. Since Jupiter is direct in Punarvasa Nakshatra, you might literally have to redo or rewrite an entire document because the first version went missing or the management wants a better output. On the bright side, the home front looks beautiful. On the day Jupiter goes direct, the moon is in your 4th house with full directional strength, receiving a direct aspect from Jupiter. This is an incredible time for a housewarming party, buying a new car, or just enjoying domestic bliss. Despite the redo energy at work, your career is still moving forward. And for those asking about love, Venus joins Saturn in your 7th house. With the 5th and 9th Lord sitting together, relationships enter a smooth sailing phase. Your partner is going to feel a huge weight lifted off their shoulders. They'll be much more light-hearted, relieved from that earlier work pressure, and ready to show you some serious love and affection. If you have been waiting for a good time to go on a date or a plan a time together, this is it. Alright, let's move on to June 2nd. The energy shifts in a major way because Jupiter enters Cancer, your 11th house. Now on this exact same day, we have Mercury and Venus conjuncting your 10th house. This is huge. For my Virgo natives, this creates a powerful Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga. Not only that, but they are receiving an aspect from the moon in your 4th house. So you can expect a promotion and a salary increment at work. If you are a business owner, this is the moment you have been waiting for. Expect a significant rise in income, though it will come with more responsibilities. The moon is also being aspected by Mercury and Venus from the 10th and by Saturn from the 7th. So you are likely going to be purchasing premium items for your home like a couch, a high-end TV or some beautiful decor. Beyond the material stuff, you are going to feel a very balanced internally during this period. You will feel like you finally have a state of inner peace and stability. Now let's talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is your 4th and 7th Lord, and it is now exalted in your 11th house of gains. From here, it is casting a powerful aspect onto your Saturn in the 7th house. This is a high probability window for purchasing a new car. If you have been eyeing a specific car, then June 2nd and the weeks following are perfect for that upgrade. If you are single, you likely won't stay that way for too long. This transit will bring new relationships into your life. For those of you already in a committed relationship, get ready for a second winter. This alignment essentially brings back the honeymoon phase. The connection feels fresh, the romance is high, and the bond with your partner becomes much stronger. Moving on to the heat of summer, we hit another major cosmic shift on July 26th. This is when Saturn turns retrograde in your 7th house. On this very same day, the Sun is conjunct Jupiter in your 11th house, while Venus is sitting with Ketu in the 12th, receiving an aspect from Mars. This is a vacation period. Expect to go on trips or getaways with your loved ones. However, there's a catch here. With Venus and Ketu in the 12th, your expenses are going to spike. You need to be very mindful of wasteful spending during this window. It's easy to get carried away when you are having a good time, so keep an eye on the budget. You might also find yourself drawn to spiritual or religious groups during this period. Whether it's a retreat or a local community, your soul is looking for a deeper connection. Now let's talk about Saturn. He's retrograde in your 7th house, and remember, for you, Saturn rules the 5th and 6th houses. Because of this, friction in relationships is likely. Interestingly, these arguments might even stem from issues involving pets or parts of daily routine. Virgos, this is a sensitive time. Be extremely careful not to break the heart of your partner by getting caught up in verbal fights. If you can practice patience and humility, you will sail right through this phase without losing the person you love. It's all about how you handle the heat. Mars is aspecting your moon in the 4th house. This can sometimes trigger low moods or even depressive symptoms. If you feel your energy dipping or your emotions getting heavy, don't ignore it. Make a conscious effort to keep your spirits up. A powerful remedy for this specific alignment is praying to Lord Ganapati. It will help remove the obstacles in your mind and mitigate the emotional heaviness of this transit. As we move toward the end of the year, we hit a major shift on October 31st. This is when Jupiter moves into Leo, joining Ketu in your 12th house. On this exact day, we have a very concentrated energy in your 2nd house of finances. Retrograde Mercury, the Sun, and retrograde Venus are all conjunct there, receiving a direct aspect from Mars in your 11th house. Virgos, this is going to turn you into a financial mastermind. You are going to become extremely calculative about your money. You will find yourself spending very carefully, and your overall expenses will hit a yearly low. If you have struggled with budgeting in the past, this is the ultimate window to start building that habit. Remember, good luck often comes from discipline. This isn't the time for frivolous spending or instant gratification. Instead, take that extra cash and funnel it into your long-term goals. Your future self will thank you for the restraint you show right now. Now, regarding your physical well-being, expect your health to suffer slightly during this transit. You're going to need a very strict, routine-based physical maintenance plan. Don't skip the gym or the meal prep. Your body needs that extra structure right now. On the career front, the pressure is turning up. Your superiors are going to expect detailed, serious work. There's no room for cutting corners here. Your boss will have very strict expectations. But here is the silver lining. If you can deliver that high quality output, you stand to earn a lot of money. The rewards are there, but you have to earn them through precision. With Jupiter sitting in the 12th house with Ketu from now on until the end of the year, the universe is calling you inward. This is a phenomenal time for pilgrimages of spiritual travel. If you have been thinking about a religious retreat or a journey to a sacred site, book it now. This alignment is perfect for inner transformation. If you have started a dedicated spiritual practice during this window, your intuition will skyrocket. For those of you who are already spiritually inclined, this is the peak time to harness great intuitive powers. However, I have to be honest with you. Relationships are at a weak point during this transit. Think about the setup. Your 7th Lord Jupiter is tucked away in the 12th house with Ketu, while a retrograde Saturn is sitting in your 7th house. This creates a very high moksha or release energy. You need to be incredibly patient. There's a risk of losing a partner or expecting a no contact situation during this time. Don't force things. If there's distance, use it for your own spiritual growth rather than chasing or creating more conflict. Now I know the last segment sounded a bit heavy, but I have some great news for you. All is not lost. Your relationship situation definitely begins to improve after November 25th. Why? Because we have the big nodal shift. Rahu and Ketu move into Capricorn and Cancer, which are your 5th and 11th houses. On the same day, Mars, your 3rd and 8th lord, joins your 7th lord Jupiter in the 12th house. This is a very specific signature for transformative communication. Expect a breakthrough conversation with your partner. It might be intense, but it's the kind of talk that clears the air and leads to a much deeper, more authentic bond. At the same time, look at your 2nd house. Venus and Mercury are still there, but thankfully they are now direct. The retrograde fog lifts. You can expect a clear forward movement in your career and finances. Even better, the heavy workload I mentioned earlier is finally going to reduce. You have put in the hard hours, and now the universe is letting you catch your breath. Let's talk about this new placement for the nodes for the rest of the year. Rahu is now in your 5th house. This is the house of play, fun, recreation, children, and speculative gains. Virgos, your passion is going to shift towards these areas. You might suddenly pick up a new hobby or find yourself feeling much more attached and present with your children. It's an active energy for your heart. Ketu, meanwhile, is in your 11th house. This is the house of gains, your social circle, and wish fulfillment. Ketu here removes connections. You're going to transform your network circle. You might find yourself naturally drifting away from friends or groups who no longer align with your life path. The most interesting part of this transit, you are going to stop worrying so much about making money. You will start feeling detached from the outcome of your work. From now until December, you will find the most fulfillment by simply focusing on your passions and doing what you love, rather than doing things just for the paycheck. It's a very liberating feeling. As we approach the end of 2026, we hit one final major milestone on December 11th. This is the day Saturn finally turns direct in your 7th house. On this same day, we have a conjunction of Mercury and the Sun in your 3rd house. This creates a powerful Parivartana Yoga between your 3rd and 12th lords. Virgos, this is your time to shine. This alignment creates a beautiful window for you to put 100% of your efforts into your work. If you have year-end goals or projects to wrap up, this is the moment to smash them. Your drive and your communication will be top tier. Use this energy to leave a lasting impression at your workplace before the year closes out. Look at the moon on December 11th. It sits in your 4th house, receiving aspects from both Saturn and Jupiter. This is the family reunion signature. Expect large gatherings and family get-togethers around this time. Your home will feel full and vibrant. And from a practical standpoint, this is also a perfect time to hoard wealth. Whether it's bonuses that are coming in or just smart saving, your bank balance is looking solid as the year ends. Finally, let's talk about Saturn going direct in your 7th house. Any lingering conflicts or coldness with your partner, expect them to be resolved now. Your partner is going to feel much closer to you than they have in months. Yes, the misunderstandings and the no contact phases early in the year created some space between you two, but the space allowed for growth. Now, with this newfound clarity, you are both coming back together stronger than ever before. And with that, I'll let you all know this is it for this episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this 2026 yearly forecast for Virgo Moon and Virgo Risings. If you found this helpful, please comment below and let me know how these placements are showing up for you in your life. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all our Vedic astrology insights. I'm Dave and I'll see you all in the next one.